Next, you'll want to start a Python shell. In order to start a Python shell, you have to start a terminal, and it's different on every operating system. So on Mac you can start the Mac terminal, and on Windows you can start the command prompt, so CMD or command, and on Linux just the console. And so this is the basic shell. Let me just zoom in a bit. And this is the basic terminal. So what you want to do is to start the Python shell, and you can do so by typing Python 3. And if on some systems it's just Python, but try Python 3, and you'll be seeing this text here. You'll see this indication here, which tells you that you can type instructions or commands. You can start programming in Python. For example, you can type hello world, and it will output hello world. Or you can output your name, and it will output that. Now, you'll see I typing quotes in front of that, so that indicates that we're talking about text. In Python, that's required, so if you were to try that without, it shows you an error, so a name error in this case. So whenever you deal with text, you want quotes around the text in Python. So you can show different text. This is in Python. This is synonym with strings. Now you can also process numbers, so it accepts different numbers, and you can do operations. You can do summation, or whatever summation you want. You can do multiplication. You can store the output into a variable, so you can define a variable x and then set it to 1. And then if we ask for x, you'll see it outputs 1. Variable names can be of different types, so you can have a variable y, you can have a variable name, and you can request them anytime you want. So we can say x, y, name. You'll see here I requested variable t, but that doesn't exist. So it says name error is not defined because t doesn't exist. So we can define it, and you'll see we define it on this line and then output it. So it can do different assignment of variables. You can do operations, and you can also do that with text. So if you have a text, hello world, and let's define another variable, another text variable, which is called a string. You'll see we can request those variables, but we can also do operations on them. So we can say x plus y, and you may wonder what that does because we're talking about text. So that concatenates these two variables. So you'll see x and y, and then concatenate it. It outputs that. So this is the basic terminal, and it's not limited to just variables. You can concatenate like this, or you can concatenate like this, or you can just combine different strings. So whatever you type, you immediately see the output in the Python shell.